Hill figure. Run, Tasha K. Run, girl. Shit is real right now. Shit is realer than real deal Holyfield. On a Tuesday afternoon. Troll babies, good evening. You knew I wouldn't let you down. I just been busy, and I wanted to make sure I have my notes ready. I'm here to teach today. Troy Terrain, PKA Star, PKA Fucknut, PKA the man who has never been fined by the FCC or paid anybody in a lawsuit. Oh, I'm here to teach today. Cheers, I'm sipping tea. No time for drinking today. Whoa, shit. Tasha K and her husband, good friends of mine. But goddamn, the trolling must go on. And we smoking on that Kiwi pack today. Streets gotta eat. Time to get your weight up. Let's go. Did I say hill figure yet? Huh? Styling. Matching and all that fly shit. Troll babies, good afternoon. And salute to the Brooklyn nigga who sent me a $100 donation. Yo, let me find out you scared to get on the mic. Oh, my goodness. Can't stand Brooklyn niggas, but, thanks for the donation. Okay. I'm going to be talking my talk. I want you to pay attention today, as I know you do. I'm a man of a certain age. I've lived. I'm still living. Life is beautiful. I've learned by way of trial and error for the most part. Raised in the beautiful suburbs. I could have went to college. My parents had the money. I chose a different path. But I can teach you what not to do at certain times within your journey, especially within this arena and field of media. If you ask me, I'm a businessman from New Jersey who moonlights as a media personality. I was never anybody's intern, never anybody's boy. I'm not a comedian. Never carried crates of records. I gangstered my way into a radio station once upon a time back in 1999. And as I said, I've never been fined by the FCC. Investigated once or twice, but I learned early what not to say. Some of you know this already, so I am going to rehash a few things, but I think it's important to talk about these things today for this case. I don't know if this is a monumental case or not, because truthfully, I don't think you should be scared. I don't think you should be scared. If you're a content creator, you already know that things have been put into place months ago, and the algorithm constantly changes, and the terms of service are always upgraded. Tasha K and, again, her husband, what they're dealing with, I don't want to try and get too much into their business, and I have not asked them in any way, shape, or form in months and months and months about their situation. I'm here to help if I can, and that's the extent of it. But you are here to troll. Let's get the trolling up. We're smoking on the Kiwi pack. It's only right. If it were me, I would want you smoking on my pack. Sit tight, folks. No phone calls right now. I want to talk to the babies about this $3.8 million defamation case. And the word liable. You've heard me speak about being liable for decades. It's not just what you say, but it's what you don't say, and the precautionary measures that you take so that you do not become liable. I've never been found liable. Not that it can't happen, but I do know what to do on this microphone. That's the reason why I push this goddamn button on the mixer on you so fucking fast. When you start talking reckless, bang, I get you up out of here, because you're not going to make me liable. If I do something on my own, I'll eat it like a boss. But I'm a businessman. YouTube is beautiful. This is where the bag is. Make no fucking mistake about it. For those of you who are always talking about the past, I make more money on YouTube than I ever did on Hot 97. And I got the bag from Clear Channel. I got the bag. That's a different story. But this is where the bag is now. YouTube and other platforms by way of social media. Some of you already know that. I do consultations early in the morning. I try to do no more than 2 per week. Young content creators or business people that want to learn some of the things that I have learned and how you avoid going to trial. I just got a couple of notes here for you today. And I'm not going to give out all my secrets. You're going to reach out to me as a consultant, and then we have private conversations. But I'm going to tell you some things today that I think will and can help you so that you do not become liable. Good afternoon again, troll babies. Can you guys hear me? How's the audio and spelling? We'll get to the showrunner shortly. Are you lightening your skin? In my community section, we have a story that was posted about the I think it's like $8 billion industry now. According to CNN, they've got a new series called White Lies. Yeah, I think it's up to $8 billion now. And climbing. Get to that later, okay? In case you're not up to speed, Cardi B spoke outside of the courthouse here in the Atlanta metro area. Looking jiggy, had her mask on, thanked her lawyers, her legal team. Somebody shouted out, the Bronx is in the building. She said, yeah. This has been an ongoing ordeal. A little over 3 years, what some reports are saying. According to TMZ, 3 years, according to TMZ. And I'm going to be jumping back and forth, but I want you to pay attention to some of the things that you may or may not have caught when I do my show. The setup, the execution, the bait and feed sometimes. Referencing a source so you do not become liable for any type of slander and or misinformation. Thus the reason why I print out papers and things like that. Not because, he don't know how to use a phone. I know how to use a goddamn phone, but I like to have it right in front of me so I can give you the source. Fast. Guys, hang on the phones. I want to ramble. No calls just yet. Okay, let me put that on pause. I'm going to talk to you today about some terms that I have been telling you about over the years and how saying allegedly is not going to save you. Again, you tried to avoid going to trial. Tasha K took it to trial, and I want you to chime in and consider something here. Let's keep it real. This is America. Colorism. Did colorism play a part? Not that I'm saying Tasha K was right within how she went about things, but ultimately, colorism. A dark-skinned woman against a high yellow, Hispanic, or light-skinned, whatever you want to call her. Two opposites, and how that jury is going to see them, regardless of what the light-skinned one said once upon a time. And there are things that I caught Cardi B saying, on social media, and I said, whoa, never mind the sexual stuff. I was not in the courtroom, so I don't know exactly everything that was brought in for evidence. I don't know everything that Cardi B was questioned as to saying. Some of you may know better than me. Did they bring up Cardi B admitting to paying DJs for airplay once upon a time? That's a no-no. That's a violation. That's breaking the law. When I was on radio stations, you had to sign papers so that you did not accept money. That's a form of payola. But again, I'm not trying to retry the case here. I'm just saying certain things, and the reality of colorism may have played a part. Maybe the jury saw Tasha K as a dark-skinned, angry woman, jealous of the light-skinned girl. Troll babies? Yes, no, maybe. Before I continue, not that I'm asking you to, follow my lead. I'm just putting some things out there and why you try to avoid going to trial. The process of discovery and depositions, I've spoken about those in the past, the exchange of documentation and discovery, and getting witness statements. Witness statements. Can you get a witness statement if you are accused of something and you are going to a deposition or discovery? Will the person who called into your platform or the person that you interviewed, will they give you a witness statement if you do get sued over something that was said on your platform? I'm going to talk a little bit later about hearsay, summary judgment, things that I've mentioned to you in the past, but I more so want to talk to those of you young content creators who let this be a teachable moment to you. A teachable moment. Again, I don't know if this is going to change anything. I think that Google and YouTube already have things in place with regards to the community guidelines and things that are not allowed. I don't know if the judge in the case between Cardi B and Tasha K is going to issue some type of ruling with regards to her YouTube channel. I don't know. Injunction is what the technical term is. Shit is different here in Georgia. Shit is different here. Is Cardi B, is she mad? Or is she a forgiving person? Will she say, nah, I don't want the money. I want that page down. Teach her a lesson. You violated me. Me and mines. Now I'm going to show you who you're fucking with. I don't say that to be disrespectful to Tasha K and her team, but that would be a hell of a move. That would be a hell of a move. No, I don't want the money. I'm doing this for everybody else. To put that into your minds. And then one day when she gets tired of rapping, run for a political office. And then that would pop back up. Yeah, yo, it ain't always about the money. That would be a chess move. But again, I'm not saying that to put nothing out there like that. This is the objective perspective. I see people talking about things with regards to bankruptcy, appeals. Call in, chime in if you want to with regards to those discussions. I'm more concerned here today, a man of a certain age, with trying to help you if I can. Protect your channels. Build your brand. Grow. Avoid going back and forth with people. Someone gets at you on social media, ignore them. I know it's hard, but ignore them. If they persist, record them. Let it build and build and build. And build. Me, I'm not the type of person who lets someone disrespect me and then when they get out of their feelings, I'm over it. I'm glad we can talk like men. No, we're not going to talk like men. You got to grow up. And I personally don't give a fuck if you grow up or not. I got you recorded. And don't let someone try to antagonize you and then you fall into their trap. Don't respond. I know it's hard. But again, sometimes you have to do a show and think ahead of what could quite possibly become of what you say on this microphone and what you allow. One other thing I want to say, hold on a second, before I open the floodgates up, because I want you to troll. Let's get your troll on. Just keep that same energy. Salute to those of you young content creators who, you're entrepreneurs, you're business people. You are controlling your own narratives. I think that's a great thing. You don't let people call into your shows and violate your platform, talk reckless and get you caught up in some nonsense. Again, the algorithm constantly changes and upgrades. It's easier now for you to become to be put into a high-risk category. There's some of you who I've spoken to, we're in contact, and I'm not going to say names because some of those people are actually beefing back and forth with Tasha K. But salute to you for protecting your platforms. Again, this is where the bag is. This is the new wave, so to speak. Radio's not dead, but it's on life support. And you cannot get the ownership of your image, your likeness, your footage and things like that. But on social media, if you play the game, you most certainly can control your narrative, okay? Just want to say that. All right, coming up, as I said in the showrunner, are you lightening your skin? Big story coming out of CNN. It's in the community section. Multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's rising. Also, hang on a second, make sure that we say condolences to the second police officer who has passed away, according to multiple reports, up in Harlem, New York. Responded to a domestic call this past Friday. One officer was killed, and now the second has passed away due to his injuries. Wilbert Mora, shot and his partner killed while responding to a domestic call, as I said, in Harlem. And the commissioner sent out a tweet, Commissioner Sewell. So if you live in the New York area, that's something that you may want to be up to speed on, okay? All right, so I've got some notes here. Again, I want to talk to you guys about some of the things that we have been discussing over the years. Hold on, and there's one more thing I forgot. Give me a second. I always try to say, salute to my old friend. He was a friend, Reggie Osei. You guys knew him as Combat Jack. Brilliant man. I'm going to say the father of podcasting. I know some people out here trying to claim they were first, yada, yada, yada. I remember that man envisioning podcasting when I was on Hot 97. And hold on a second, let me just print this out. Give me a second. He's the one that convinced me to leave Hot 97. It's a radio station in New York City, for those who don't know. In 2003, I was suspended. I was in Pennsylvania. And they were trying to offer me nigger pennies per year, I think 1.5 million. Reggie broke it down to me about point per cost in the New York market, the Arbitron ratings, what I was doing with regards to the market, and what I should be compensated by way of. Reggie is also the one who gave me a full understanding of reckless disregard of the truth. Reckless disregard of the truth. You've heard me speak before about Shawn Wayans, who I used to get at from the Wayans brothers, and the general manager, Judy Ellis, who called me into her office, yada, yada, yada. But Reggie Osei, a.k.a. Combat Jack, who was a lawyer, he and Ed Woods. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Osei and Woods. If you know hip-hop in the New York area, you know those names. Anyway, reckless disregard of the truth, or reckless endangerment of the truth. You see, when you get caught out there and you become liable, there's many different levels of being liable. Were you liable by way of malice? What was your intention for doing what you did, posting what you posted, saying what you said? Was it said from a place of malice? Did you do it by way of spite and being vindictive? Again, you try not to go to trial, but if you get into a deposition and you're asked these things, they're going to ask you something. Pay attention. The opposing lawyer, within that no less than 8-hour deposition, they're going to say, well, what did you do to rectify the situation? If anything, what did you do to try and prevent harm, pain, and suffering? Did you adjust the title? Did you take the video down? Did you explain something in the video description? If you're a business person on YouTube, you probably know this, or maybe you don't know this and you just do it naturally. There's nothing wrong with changing a title. Change it 2 times, 3 times, 5 times. And then when you get in that deposition, you can say, well, I wanted to make sure that what I was, posting or my company said did not have the intent to harm. So yes, we changed the title. We took the video down. We edited the video out. Troll babies, for those of you who are content creators, you do know that in YouTube, your YouTube studio, you can edit out things, yes? Yeah, you can edit things out. Take advantage of that. So that, again, if you are in a legal situation and you don't even make it to trial, a magistrate judge rules. A magistrate, not the presiding judge. You don't even get that fucking far. The magistrate says, by way of a summary judgment, well, this person, the defendant, did try to rectify the situation. Therefore, I'm going to dismiss the whole thing. Trial is not necessary. Or you're in what's called arbitration, and you're trying to work things out. It works to your favor. So don't let ego get involved. Sometimes you got to take that video down. Just say that. The Combs 444 got your donation. Star, you're compromised. That's why you didn't come. No, I was busy last night, to be honest with you. I was booed up. And I'm a businessman. Yeah, I'm not your buddy, your friend, or your pal. I mean, so I don't owe you nothing. But I'm here now. Pay attention. Daddy's on the microphone. But thank you for your donation. Beach Boy, Boyva, got your donation. Thank you so much. Let me see one other person so that I don't forget. Will Polite sue next? Brother Polite, I don't know what's going on with him. Is his case over with in Miami? Or do you mean will he get sued? I'm not the speed. Never met Brother Polite in person. Author of 90 books, or so they say. All right. I do have some sponsors that will be chiming in. If not on the show, they might be in the live chat. www.thematchthatApp.com. I say again, www.thematchthatApp.com. Ro and Phoebe called in last week. Salute to them, all right? Okay, I'll take a few calls. Let me set up my Cash App, Super Chat, because this is a business, goddamn. This is a business. Okay, Big Aki on the check. And wait a minute, put some respect on that man's name. He says, a hell of a move would be if Cardi said, she can keep her page and her money. She's going to be my street team and promote me from now until LOL. Okay, if you say so. Big Ike also says, but in all honesty, does Tasha K even have $1 million? It's going to be thought juice from now on because I know those wine bottles are expensive. And his last donation, Big Ike says, and why do police officers get these parades of sympathy? Y'all won't do it for the firefighters or the military. As a matter of fact, okay, he said something really reckless. Thank you, Big Aki, but I'm not going to read that. As you know, I don't jeopardize the channel. Not that I'm scared. I've lost channels. I'm sure I'll lose more YouTube channels. I'm not stressing it, but I want to be able to at least fight, from a position that's not from malice. Oh, I see from the 315. I see you. Hold on a second. Are you calling in? I saw you in the queue. Let this be a lesson to YouTubers. The legal system caught a body, and her name is Tasha K. She should have followed. Okay, so I don't want to say what someone should have followed with regards to me. I'm not a player hater. I'm the objective hater. I like Tasha as a person. Her husband and I, we're in business with regards to the hip-hop police. But thank you for your donation, RC from the 315. Hustle, I see you on the check, and I haven't bought an album since 50 Cent in 2003. But if Tasha K loses her YouTube channel, I'll go to the store myself and buy Cardi B's trash-ass CD. Shit. Okay, we trolling today. We smoking on the Kiwi pack, and those are my people. Those are my people. All right. Also, hold on a second, guys. Troll babies, remind me to talk about hearsay evidence at some point. And summary judgment. I do want to revisit that, okay? Deep in the snow. I got your donation. All right? Okay. Crown, got you donation. Thank you. Are you back on the line, Crown? I had to finish up what it is I was trying to say. Crown, good afternoon. Is that you, sir? Area code 202. Crown.
Crown from D.C. Star, what it do?
Hey, man. We're here. We're talking about the $3.8 million judgment. Lord have mercy. Are you up to speed?
Not as much as you are. I was watching the video with you and UC and Corey.
Yeah.
And I found that to be very, very entertaining. I want to just say, keep doing what you're doing. And the guy UC and Corey, they kept talking about black and brown. I'm watching the video. I'm like, there's no such thing as black and brown. What the hell are you guys talking about? Like, that just kind of threw me off. But it's pretty cool. So I just wanted to say, keep doing what you're doing.
If I can chime in, if I can just say this, both of them are retired cops, so they're using lingo that may not necessarily be familiar to civilians, but there's a lot of terms that police and military use that are just quick to the point, not necessarily meant to be racist or prejudiced. You follow me? Not that I'm trying to cape for them,
right?
But I'm just saying it's a very different style of talking. But go ahead.
Right, yeah. And, you were speaking about the drugs, and I think Corey mentioned the opioid situation, which mostly affect the dominant society, and I can care less about that. So, I mean, he was like, we should, it's a good thing that the system changed. Like, no, lock them fools up. Like, I'm screaming at the phone, like, nah, lock them up too. The same way they did black folk and doing black folk now. We ain't being fair now. So, but it is what it is. But like I said, the joint is entertaining. Can't wait for the next episode to come out. I'm just calling, congratulations.
Thank you, man. Salute, Crown. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. All right, Crown on the check-in. Arthur, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Star Martin Scorsese stole my ideas for Goodfellas and Casino. Am I lying? I have no idea. But thank you for your donation. Folks, and make sure you check out the homie, Mr. Skylar Saunders, who sponsored this show and who has sponsored many shows. Check him out on Instagram.com/Skylarized, okay? Truck and Tay, got your donation for the machine. Big nigga, #salute, thank you. Big Stafford, okay? Hey, yo, Tasha K is actually paying for those funerals. Oh, we're going there. Can we talk about that for a second? I mean, we're not going to, in any way, shape, or form, with regards to the deceased in the Bronx. Let's just be very sensitive. But the timing, whoa! During the trial, is anybody up to speed that Cardi B paid for 17 funerals up in the BX? They had to have caught wind of that. The judge and the jury, huh? Wheel kick, pow, uppercut, pow. Yeah, yo, I'm paying for funerals. Yeah, I'm dealing with this bullshit for 3.5 years. Thank you for your donation, sir. Quasi says, yes, okay. Well, let Snitch Network Corporation, okay, are you calling in Quasi? If not, thank you. Hold on a second. Truck and Tay got you crowned. Okay, Quasi says, oh, okay, wait, whoa, you're talking crazy now. Oh, yeah, I can't read that one, Quasi. Sheck is my guy. Yeah, Sheck is African, but that's my guy. It's my guy. Where we? Shit. Okay, you're asking about my classic cars. Yeah, I don't show stuff like that online. No, homie. No, I learned my lesson years ago. I've already spoken about that. Fucking around. IRS is on my Facebook page. Asking me the value of certain shit. Trying to put together a list of assets. Whoa. Yeah, man, so I'm broke. I ain't got shit. I ain't got a goddamn thing on paper. But thank you. King Key. Salute to the queen of rap, Cardi B. And F. Rory. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your donation, King Key. And Edward got your donation. Star, you look like a fake-ass detective from the first 48 hours. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Okay, back to the phone lines. I want to chop this up here this afternoon.
Want me to wait till 4:30?
Area code 267. Can you please pull back from the phone? You're on the line.
Yo, Star.
Yo, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, man? I'm just glad I got through the first time I ever had a chance to get through. I've been listening to you for a while now. I'm the one who sent in that Cash App about Tasha K paying for those funerals.
Oh, okay. That was nice. Go ahead.
Check it out, man. So I know bits and pieces about the trial, man, but I'm actually a real estate agent in Pennsylvania, right?
Okay.
And I got a similar situation where I had an ex-client go on Facebook and start telling a whole bunch of lies about me. Mm-hmm. So I want to sue her. You know what I mean, for defamation of character. She can possibly costing me money right now, man. So I like Tasha K. I can't stand the other broad, but I'm on her side on this one. You know, you can't say some things that's not true about a person and expect there to be no repercussions.
Okay. Now, how long have you been? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Say that again, sir.
How long have you been a real estate agent in Pennsylvania? You said.
Well, I've been in the mortgage game for 28 years, and I've been an agent for like the last 5.5. So,
now I'm not a lawyer. Hang on. I'm not a lawyer, but I do consultations with regards to business, and it goes into the legal aspect of things from time to time. But so she's attacking you as an individual or your business practice, because it could fall into the category.
Both.
God, I'm sorry.
She's attacking me both ways. So what she did was, because we were friends on Facebook throughout the whole process.
Oh.
When she got the home.
Come on.
Yeah, hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so when she got the home, things happen after you get the home. So a couple things happened. And she went on Facebook saying that I was in cahoots with the seller and the seller's agent. Mm-hmm. And I talked her into buying a bad home and all this other stuff. I actually I was trying to convince her not to buy the home because I saw some things that she didn't see and she didn't want to listen to me. So she deleted me as a friend, but the person that referred me to her was contacting me and was like, yo, she talking greasy about it.
Now, hang on a second, sir. Let's keep it real. Did you smash?
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't mix business and pleasure, sir.
Okay. Is she now accusing you? Pay attention. You talk in Pennsylvania. I was a landlord in Pennsylvania for over 25 years. Mm-hmm. Is she accusing you of selling her a base house? You know what that is, right? A base house.
No, she's basically saying that I conspired with the sellers to get her to buy this home that she deemed is bad. So when she got the home...
Okay, hang on. Again. A base house built with base materials. Japanese nails, no insulation in the walls, heating costs it through the goddamn roof.
No.
Shit like that.
Nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing like that. She had a home inspection by a reputable company, and they told her that the home was good. What happened was the roof started leaking. When the roof started leaking, it was my fault. I talked her into buying this bad home.
Right.
You know. So.
Sounds like you smashed, my nigga.
No, I didn't smash. I didn't smash. You know, she's not smashable. Trust me. Mm.
Okay, listen.
So I'm thinking about bringing up something against her just for that reason. You know, I get a lot of traction from social media.
Right.
You know, I can go so far as saying that half of my clientele are Facebook and Instagram users.
Mm. Listen, again, I'm not a lawyer, but you're talking Pennsylvania.
I can't necessarily prove
that's my state. What I want you to do, hang on, we're talking business here. It's business over bullshit. Here's my email address on the screen. Holler at me via email. There's things that I might be able to assist you with, but it's not just defamation that you will go after her for. Shoot me an email. Let's talk later on or tomorrow, okay?
All right, I'll definitely do that.
Thank you for your donation, man. Thank you.
All right, no problem, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, here you go. Troll babies, let's talk about hearsay for a second. Hearsay evidence. I'm going to give you one description of it. In a legal forum, hearsay evidence is testimony from an under oath witness who is reciting an out-of-court statement, the content of which is being offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted. In most courts, hearsay evidence is inadmissible, unless an exception to the hearsay rule applies. So, anybody can be sued, including myself. But hearsay is what you have to be careful of when you're a content creator, a media host, a social engineer, and you allow people to call into your show and say something that is false or a misrepresentation of the truth. And you ask that person, where'd you hear that from? Oh, no, everybody know. Click. I get you the fuck up out of there. Or I let you talk and I interrupt and I say, the views and the opinions of this person are not those of the Star Report, Troy Terrain, my affiliates, and or YouTube or Google. You see, it's not just, saying allegedly. No. Did you take a precautionary measure to tell and inform people that what was said was not necessarily the truth and you did not support it? Okay? Hold on a second, guys. I want to put this back on the screen with regards to the second NYPD officer that has passed away, in case you don't know, okay? Quasi sends in another donation. Hey, did you ever get high at Studio 54 and Club Zanzibar's back in the day? I was never a Studio 54 person. That was, if you're talking 54, you're talking like the 70s. And nah, I mean, I went there a couple of times. It wasn't my cup of tea. It was like, disco days. No, when I moved to New York in late 81, I was into heavy metal. I went to Dan Santeria with Madonna and her friends. They used to be there. And a bunch of other people, the Peppermint Lounge, clubs like that. Dan Santeria was like that old disco shit, But thank you for your donation, Quasi, okay? Let's bring in area code 718. New York on the check-in. 718. Good afternoon, you there? 718. Yes, no, maybe. 718, are you there? 718.
Yeah, it's me.
Me who?
Tanya from Brooklyn.
Hey, Tanya, how are you?
I'm good, Star. I love your show. I'm just so glad I got through.
Thank you, baby. It was great.
Son, what happened with the girl Tasha K? Son, I know it's because she married to that African. You know they be doing that stuff.
Easier, I'll get you up out of here. We don't know nothing about what Africans be doing. Slow that shit down.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said you'll shut me down. All right, my bad.
Get you up out of here fast. So go ahead. You were saying?
That's true. You just said that. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So enough of that. So what else we want to talk about? Because I'm here talking to you, and I'm so glad to be on the phone with you from Brooklyn.
Okay.
And you always talking about black girls, too. I meant to tell you about that.
Well, listen, I have a thing for black coochie. I mean, it doesn't always gravitate towards me, but every once in a while, I want some jungle pussy. Every once in a while. That's a whole fact.
Because that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
That's why.
I sleep with a black bitch every night named Karuchi. You hear me?
Bad about us.
I sleep with a black bitch every night named Karuchi. AR-15. I'm dead ass. Right in the bed. I'm dead ass.
You talking about your fucking cat?
No, the AR-15.
Oh, okay.
With a 30-round magazine in that motherfucker, and it's on fire. Not on safe. Come on, what's going on, baby?
Nothing. I'm good and you good, baby. But you better stop talking about black girls. You better say you love us and you only want us and leave them other girls alone, okay? Ain't nothing better than a black coochie.
Well, listen, I've been exclusively dating black women of color for the last decade now. Yeah, because most white girls today are just nigga loving trash. You know, they're all into hip hop. I don't want that. I might as well get a light skinned black bitch. You know.
Oh, okay. So you down? You running up the right alley, but we all good.
Yeah. Now hang on. Stay with me. Stay with me.
I'm a skin girl.
Are you dark skinned?
No, I'm brown skin. I'm a caramel nut cluster, baby.
Okay. Do you think that...
Look me up on IG. I ain't got that many followers because I'm not into it, but...
Send me hold on a second. Send me a link. Here's my email address. Now, hang on a second. I want to ask you, do you think that colorism may have played a part in the trial of Cardi B and Tasha K? What do you think?
No, absolutely not. I'm sick of that. Now, that's some real corny stuff right there. The chick lied and said I had herpes. Come on. It ain't nothing about black or white. She's Dominican. She's damn near black. I don't want to hear that crap. No.
Okay.
And I like Tasha K. She's funny as heck. She was the first person I got onto on YouTube.
That's my
girl. I ain't going front on that. But she be lying, man. She be capping all day.
Well, she admitted to it, so I can't say allegedly.
But it's entertaining.
She admitted to it in the court. Hey, thank you for calling, darling. You have a great day, and send me a link. There's my email address.
You too, baby.
Okay.
I will.
Okay. Brown sugar, how come you taste so good? No, hey, I'm looking for Shah. Where is Shah? 7872. What is it? What is that, Shah? Let me see. Shah sent me. Is that one of my sponsors? Shah, are you on the line? I do not see. Oh shit, Dana. Okay, hang on, Dana. I'm looking for Shah. Okay, maybe that's a different Shah. Pardon me, Shah just sending in a donation. 7872. I see 7964. Let me bring in Dana with the smoke. Hold on a second. Good afternoon, Dana. Are you there, Dana? Hey.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. How you feel, Dana? Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you, too. So, I want to comment.
Let's go.
So, and of course, I'm going to watch what I say because you already told me last week you would hang up quick on my black ass.
That's right,
if I say the wrong thing.
Come on. Let's go.
So the question you have, did colorism play a part in the trial? I'm going to say yes. Yeah, because it's all about perception. I watched the interview that Cardi B, the press, the brief press release she did after the trial, press conference where she said a few words. And I noticed she's dressed corporate, hair black, not all them colors, and her nails, were very conservative.
Yeah.
So, and then you take her skin complexion and you take her notoriety and the people she's connected to, and then you look at Tasha K. She was dressed conservative, but it does play a part when you're talking about overall perception and how you present yourself. And I also want to say that Tasha K, her lawyers, she did not have good lawyers, because there were certain things, and I've mentioned this to you, that should have been pushed back and questioned or even eliminated as far as evidence in that case. But because this one particular piece of evidence were allowed to be presented and not tossed aside, again, going back to colorism and favoritism for Cardi B.
Okay. I don't know if she had good or bad lawyers. So that's your opinion, number one. I don't know if Tasha K's lawyer is her friend or just a lawyer, but I do know that lawyers are there to drain you. They're there to drain you. A lawyer will take you to trial. Oh, you want to fight this? Let's go.
Yeah.
And rack up the goddamn prices. Up and up and up. So I'm not going to say she had a bad lawyer, but in my opinion of experience, taking a dark-skinned woman to trial against a high yellow woman is an uphill battle, in my opinion. And you have to prove that there was no malice intended. I think, and again, I wasn't at the court. I did watch updates from, let me make sure we give this man his props, Mr. Dennis Bryan. I watched his commentary, his very good, detailed reporting. And folks, please make sure you go to his YouTube channel or Instagram, Mr. Dennis Bryan on Instagram, and it's the Hip Hop Inquirer on YouTube, and support that man. I just think it was an uphill battle, and if you're not sure about certain things, going to trial is just like, hey, it's a roll of the dice here, and we're gonna roll the dice against a bitch whose money is fucking long. Go ahead.
Right. And so speaking of just going back to the colorism, there is a hierarchy when it comes to the color of your skin, because white women either get off or get an easier light sentence. A lighter mulatto or a light-skinned black woman, red bone, So it is a hierarchy when it comes to color. And if we all look at the history of, the criminal justice system, darker people are criminalized more. They get tougher sentence and more of a guilty verdict. So yes, colorism did play a part. And on top of the fact that, you did not take those videos down and you did not have proof to what you were accusing her of.
Now, I don't know Tasha K or Sheck's reasoning for not taking the videos down. I don't want to assume, again, and it's not that I can't go there, but I more so want to try and educate, if I can, up-and-coming content creators or those who should see this as a teachable moment. I don't know her reason for not taking the videos down. Maybe it was some thought of, hey, these videos are going to bring in money. Maybe the money will balance out with the verdict if we do get a verdict against us. I don't know, but
and let me just throw this out there. If Tasha K, the person, if it was a white woman blogger, would the verdict have been different, or would the defamation lawsuit amount been less than $3.5 million?
I don't know. I don't do hypotheticals. Hang on a second, but it's actually 3.8 in total. I don't know, but I think that it would have been a harder battle for Cardi B because, again, I'm sorry, I didn't even mention this yet, but the slang that is accepted in the urban community or the hip-hop genre, rap music world, when you get in front of people who are not familiar with certain things, they're like, oh, my God. Oh, why would you say that? Stuff that we say that is common and acceptable. Go ahead.
Right. No, absolutely right. I mean, I think everyone, especially content creators, we are not journalists, and, we need to take cue from this case that just happened and watch what you say and how you say it. But, you know, at the end of the day, I knew Cardi B was going to win, but it was more so the damages. You know, that's a lot of money, 3.8. So, you know, and it could have been avoided. But just to answer that question, yes, colorism definitely played a part because she definitely presented herself as a upstanding citizen. And in a couple of weeks or months, we're going to see another ratchet video song from Cardi B, back to business as usual. So, you know.
Okay. What's going on your channel, Dana?
It is what it is.
The Real Dana on YouTube.
Yeah, so go subscribe to The Real Dana on YouTube. I do my Data with the Dana with the Data show in the afternoons. And, of course, Man Up Thursdays with me and the judge. And I'm actually starting Judge Joe Brown University membership for members only.
Oh,
so that's coming soon as well.
Sookie, now, wait a minute. Say that again. You're starting what?
Judge Joe Brown University, members only. It's a membership. So you got to pay to get that knowledge. Yes.
Dana, I want to say this to you with all due respect. Judge Joe Brown got you on the track?
Yeah. Yes, he does.
You go ahead, girl. You go, Dana.
Yes, he does.
I'm so
Daddy
proud of
keeps
you.
the lights on, so yes, he does.
You get that bag. I'll talk to you soon, Dana.
Okay, have a good one. Bye.
Take care. All right. Dana said, yes, Judge Joe Brown got her out there on the track, huh? All right, give me a second, guys. I want to make sure that I cover some of the ground that I spoke about earlier with regards to this, again, teachable moment for those of you who are content creators and those of you who are looking to get into the world of content creating. In law, a summary judgment, also a judgment as a matter of law or summary disposition, is a judgment entered by a court for one party and against another party without a full trial. Summary judgments may be issued on the merits of an entire case or on discrete issues in that case. So you can get a summary judgment and not even get to trial. You may not even get to the stand to cry your eyes out or to say something that you think is going to influence the jury or the judge. You have to prove yourself. And the judge who's going to issue that summary judgment, let's say whether it's a civil case or arbitration process, that's something that you have to know about as well. And again, you know what I do want to say? Hold on a second. I should have said this to Dana. Dana said bloggers are not journalists. I disagree. I think bloggers are the new journalist. You have something at your fingertips, if you're a blogger, that old school journalists did not have, and that is real-time access. You can put something out there and people respond to it, or they correct an error that you made. Because just because you had old school journalists back in the day who put something out there does not mean that it was law or even well researched. You now have instant reactions. It does not mean that what comes back all the time is proof. You may have a lot of emotion that comes back as opposed to research. But you are a journalist. For those of you who take it serious, for those of you who do research, for those of you who cross-reference things, for those of you who are not just jumping out the window for clicks and views. I mean, trolling is fun. We all do it. We all do it. Everybody's clout chasing. Let's not get it twisted. All right, hold on a second. I want to make sure a little bit later I do go over this again. What efforts did you take, if any, to resolve and or correct the matter at hand? Please don't let me forget that, because that's very, very important. You see, someone can sue you for defamation, make all sorts of claims. But if you are trying to rectify the situation, it's even harder for them to prove that you acted with malice, okay? Okay, Shy, I see you. Are you on the line? Area code 347. Shy from Riot Heights, thank you for your support. Shy, you there?
Hey, what's going on? I had to break it up because I forgot to leave a little message. But listen, real quick, I'm in the car with my son, picked him up from school.
Okay.
But listen, no, I agree. I don't rock with Cardi too much, but I agree with what took place.
Okay.
Because they on the YouTube. I was just having this discussion with my 13-year-old son. You got to watch what you say, like you said. You got to be careful. Hopefully this will open the door for all the, as they say, the people who cap, the people who give false information.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of it going around. It's a lot of it. And you can't, if you agree with somebody or not, you can't do people like that. So if you talk it, walk it. It is what it is.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Look, what you said? What you said? Respect the joke.
Respect the joke. Whoa, wait. Don't
listen,
go. No, hang on. Shy. Hold on.
Yeah.
You're from Riot Heights, born and raised Franklin Ave.
Yes, sir.
We've spoken on multiple
Yes,
occasions.
sir.
I spent a lot of years on Notion, so we're from the same area over there. Cardi B, let's give her some props. She played this to the T. Nobody expected Cardi B to produce medical records, to take the stand, and she walked in there and pow.
Yeah, but see, here's
pow.
the thing.
Go ahead.
You can't play with long money. You can't play with long money. Long money got time. What the young boy said. I got time today.
Yeah.
You got time.
I got time today, cuz.
So you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready.
Yeah.
You know. So I listen. Maybe to open the door for people to, be up front and tell the truth and stop for the clout and the clicks and the likes and the. Listen, if you got a story, but don't make up the story.
Gotcha.
Because it's going to cost you. May cost you a little, may cost you a lot, but it's going to cost you. But real quick.
Yeah.
Say what's going on. Big Star. Just say what's
Hello?
going on.
Hey, what's up, man?
Going on?
How
What's
are you?
good?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Right.
Is Shaw your father?
I'm good. Yeah.
He's a good man.
All right.
Good man. Salute.
Good guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, I'm gonna turn it off now. I'm gonna hang up. Stay up. Keep
Okay.
doing your thing.
Thank you,
Because
man.
I got the young one with me.
Okay.
But stay up.
Take care.
We'll talk.
Take care. Yes, that's okay. Shout on the check-in from Riot Heights. I think Tasha will bounce back from this. This is a teachable moment for her as well. She's a smart woman. A lot of people right now are enjoying the outcome. When you get up that ladder, you have more haters than you have supporters. I know that for a fact. When you get up that ladder, people are wishing, hoping, and praying for your downfall. But she's a smart woman. I think she'll bounce back. And if anybody from the Wino gang wants to call in and big up Tasha, please feel free to. I'll let you speak. Okay? Bunch of notes here. I don't know why I even printed this out. Did anybody see The Eternals? Did I speak about that yet? That movie? Trash. I guess I tried to watch it because of Angelina Jolie. What is she, like 86 pounds now? I couldn't do it. Halfway through it on the free movie site. Couldn't do it. Okay. On the screen, again, one of my new sponsors, www.thematchthatApp.com, okay? Also, hold on a second, guys. me get Mr. Skylar Saunders' banner back on the screen. I want to mention someone who sent in a donation earlier. I got a little busy. Vintage Innovation, thank you for your support. I say again, Vintage Innovation. I took a screenshot so that I wouldn't forget to mention you, okay? Who's this? When capping for clicks and views goes wrong. Okay. Okay, I spoke to Shaw. Give me a second, guys. Let me line this up. Supreme, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. And I also see area code 864. Is that Zone 864 TV on the check-in? Zone 864 TV. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man.
Good afternoon, Star.
Thank
Zone
you.
864 TV in the building.
Yes, sir.
Tasha. Man, she took that L, man.
Well.
She took that L. It's crazy because I listen. I've been listening to you on YouTube for a little while, and I listen when you drop those gems. And two things that you talk about pretty constantly. You talk about YouTube being a business.
Well.
And a lot of people don't realize how much of a business YouTube is. And then you also talk about beefing, going back and forth with other content creators.
Yeah.
And those are two things that I take to heart, as a content creator myself, because at the end of the day, it's about the bag. And I was listening to the lead attorney talk. I think it was like yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
And he was basically saying, she should have just settled. The judge gave her an opportunity to settle like early last year because the court shut down because of the pandemic and everything like that. So, I just think that, Tasha K did a good job feeding the streets. And, yeah, it was just thoroughly entertaining. So I just wanted to say that.
Well, no disrespect to him. I don't know his platform like that. I'm aware of him, but sometimes you don't have the luxury to settle. There's other circumstances that we don't know. It's not that easy to settle. I can say that me personally, I'm not looking to put the screws in anybody. I'm not looking to dig my heels in. So if you try me, I'll take it there. If you try me, and I can be a prick. But am I looking to dig my heels in on someone? No. I don't go back and forth with people. I don't know what their circumstances were, Tasha K and Cardi B again. But it may have just gotten out of hand.
Right.
Maybe the lawyers were telling her something that she said, hey, okay, well, we can win this. Okay, let's go. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I just, like there's been, I've kind of been on and off of the Cardi B, Tasha K thing, and I've seen other content creators subliminally like give advice through the videos, like, yo, take the videos down. And in my mind, I'm just thinking about what you said. You got to be professional. It's a business at the end of the day. And like, as a content creator, if I'm feeding my fam, through this content, through these videos, then I might need to do what's in the best interest. But, overall, I just think it was thoroughly entertaining.
Yeah.
And just anxious to see what's going to happen next with these two.
Okay. Good to hear from you, man. Thank you for your support.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, I don't know the details. I mean, you have to defend yourself. But with regards to beefing and taking shots at people, yeah, I don't promote that. I don't support that. I mean, I did that back in the days on radio, and I was paid, handsomely to do it at one point in my career. But that's not who I am. Just because. And I also know that this is a different generation. This isn't my generation. This isn't the 80s. or the 90s. During those times when it was on and popping, it was on and popping. And when we see each other, we got to get it in. If we don't get it in, I don't want to talk too reckless. I'll just say it's a different day and time now. And the beefing or tweefing sometimes on Twitter, it's all for clicks and views. It's all for clicks and views. Also, I haven't pointed this out yet. In a civil case filed in federal court, a party can file an appeal as of right after the entry of a final judgment. So Tasha K and Sheck can file an appeal. I'm not up to speed. Hold on a second with that just yet. With regards to their case, let me print this out, guys. I'm doing a lot right now. But sometimes, you have to just lick your wounds and say, I don't want to do this no more, Heavy, I got your donation. Thank you for your donation, Heavy. Heavy, we're talking about some real shit right now, but thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, Quasi. I got your other donation. All right, printer's going crazy. Give me a second. Wicked Hebrew. Cardi gonna have Tasha selling that a whop. Okay, that's kind of hard. I didn't read the second part, but thank you so much, Wicked Hebrew, okay? Smelly do-rag chick. Hey, Star, are you hiring? Okay. Pepperoni nipple bitch on the check-in with the donation. Mother F Cardi B. Okay, he's calling her names. Doesn't like her music. Now that's really that's intense. Pepperoni nipple bitch. Thank you for your donation. Cardi B is up right now, so let's not just take shots at Cardi B just to take shots. She's got the sympathy of the masses. Okay? Let's go to area code 985. Good afternoon, 985. $3.8 million judgment. Are you up to speed? 985.
Stars, Candace B.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
Good to hear from
Yes,
you.
I'm up to speed, and all I have to say is you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And I love Tasha K. But I just feel like with, Cardi B isn't my favorite. But with a person of that magnitude and that status, you got to do what's best for the brand you build,
Long money.
Because at the end of the day, very, very long money. And, she admitted that she lied. So at that point, of course they're going to feel sorry for her. Back to what you were saying about that colorism. She in there, the dark-skinned black woman that said she lied on her. She hated her. So that's the way they looking at it. Oh, look.
I was just throwing that out there to see if that was, a reaction from people per se. But, dark-skinned women do get a bad rap in this country. They're looked upon as, angry, mad all the time, mouth poked out.
Jealous. Envious.
Yeah.
So I mean, she played to that narrative, and she went in there, like Dana said. I agree with her corporate attire on. So
not that I'm saying that about Tasha K. I'm just saying that could have been the perception. Again, these people in the jury, I'm sure they picked people who were not really in the loop like that. And from what the reporter was saying, let's make sure we give him his props. Mr. Dennis Byron, the jury was shocked at times, to look at some of the videos that, again, we we would see and just laugh, laugh off and snicker. But someone else from a different culture would be like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. And the jury came back less than, 2 hours or less than 3 hours? I forget the exact time. They came back and said, oh, hell no, this is crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, and said you got to come up off them 3.8. I was like, damn, 3.8? Damn.
Well, at first,
I didn't watch all the videos from Tasha K. I've only caught some of them, but I was just like, dang. I mean, I know they can get you for all type of punitive damages and suffering and humiliation because this was a defamation lawsuit. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, but now since Cardi B know how to fight cases, she just got to show up for the two girls at the bar. On that case.
Yeah. Now, hang on a second. Are you a content creator by any chance on social media?
Yes, I actually am, and I wanted to talk to you about, I need to get some ads up because I have an event that I'm curating for Black History Month here in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And it's going to be spotlighting Black entrepreneurship and community activism. Okay. So it's a curated event, and I want to get some ads up there. But, yes, I'm a content creator, so I create but I'm more so like into fashion because I have my own brand, fashion and apparel, Elro Fashion and Apparel. So I do lifestyle, health and fitness, and fashion blogging.
Do you do that full time or part time right now?
It's part-time. It's part-time. I'm not in the full-time range, but I'm trying to get to that. So, my content is pretty good. I do videos of styling every day, like different looks you could do. And then I recommend products like vitamins and show people healthy smoothies and things that they can make.
Do you come to Atlanta sometimes? Do you go to the conventions here?
Yes, I've been to the Brunner Brothers convention back when I was 16. My aunt was a cosmetologist, and she brought me when I was in high school. Yeah. So I've been up there several times, and then I go to a convention called the Magic Show every year in Vegas. It's the world's largest apparel manufacturing show.
I was at the Brunner Brothers convention 2 years ago here in Atlanta. I think it was 3 years ago. Shit was lit.
It's the scene. They got after parties and everything where everybody go to after the Brunner Brothers show. When that closed, people.
I don't want to focus on the parties. I'm talking about the business, the young female and male entrepreneurs. It was beautiful to see because again, I'm as old as dust. But now, Atlanta in present times, to see all of the young entrepreneurs, it was great to see. Great to see. But go ahead and finish up.
Yeah, there's a lady who had a lipstick brand that I saw back in 2012 or 13 at the Brunner Brothers, and now she's in Target. Yeah. Black lady. She started just going to those conventions and had her little table set up, and now I think she's in Target and Walmart. Okay. So I've seen her from like the beginning. So yeah, the Black entrepreneurship is popping, and that's kind of like what my event is going to be like for Black History Month. Here it's going to be a whole bunch of Black entrepreneurs, whether they are community entrepreneurs, they have a nonprofit, or they're entrepreneurs. So we're all going to get under one roof and just congregate and fellowship.
Yeah. Okay. Good to talk to you. Shoot me an email and let's get you some advertising going. Okay.
Okay. All righty. Sorry.
Thank you, darling. Good to hear from you. Okay. Again, folks, let's put some respect on Mr. Dennis Byron's name. Great reporting. He was out in front of the courthouse throughout the entire trial, also streaming from home. He would run outside of the courtroom to come outside to give us updates. He's the one that, to my knowledge, was first to announce the $3.8 million judgment as a total. Cardi B was awarded $1.5 million yesterday, and today she got another $1.5 in punitive damages, plus $1.3 million for her attorney's fees. Jesus. Mary and Joseph. I'm gonna skip the showrunner that I had up earlier. Are you lightening your skin? I think we're all focused on Cardi B and Tasha. But in my communities section, if you guys get time, there is a story by way of CNN, a docu-series called White Lies. I think it's worth your time, okay? Donald, I got your donation for the machine, big nigga. Thank you, Donald. Trolling on the RVA. How are you, homie? It's time to play the game. 804 on the check-in. Are you on the line? Hold on a second. Where's he at? Okay, I don't see him in the queue, but thank you, man, for your donation. Wait. There he is. Trolling. Sit right there. I'll be right back. Stay there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Trolling the RVA. Good man. DJ Mal, got your donation. Crime skills. Sit tight. I got your crime skills. Hold on, guys. DJ Mal, I read that one. Hey, Tyra, got your donation. Smoking on that Tasha K-Pack. Yes, we are. Yeah, we got to keep the same energy. Those are my peoples, but we have to keep the same energy. Okay, Janet, are you on the line? Janet, sit tight. I see you. Trolling on the RVA. Good afternoon, sir. Are you there?
Trolling on the RVA. What up, though?
Good to hear from you, man. What's cracking?
Man, I'm just here paying my respects. You know, I hear you dropping gems out here on the line. I hear you, big nigga. I hear you.
Okay.
A lot of people not paying attention. Y'all really need to pay attention. Get them likes up, drop them donations, because this man is dropping jewels on y'all about this YouTube algorithm stuff.
Thank you.
For real.
How's your channel going? You have a channel. You do a lot of fishing. You do great content. You have your son involved. People are really enjoying it. Yes.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I just got a little bit over 1,700 subscribers now. Nice. A lot of that thanks to you, especially like the last 100 or so.
Okay.
Thanks to you, this channel, and the Troll Babies and the Troll Nation. You know, thank you guys so much. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm's looking lovely.
Nice.
And it is a business. You know, it really is a business.
Yeah.
I'm not making really no money off of it yet. I, got little pennies here and there, you know what I'm saying, that's racking up. But at the end of the day, you got to look at it like that. Mm-hmm. And I respect what you're doing, because a lot of people, especially my age, not really hip to the YouTube game. So to hear, you got to really just watch what you say, especially to most of these content creators nowadays. It's like podcasters, they just basically expressing what they say and expressing how they feel. And if people like you, they go subscribe to your channel. But at the end of the day, you got to watch what you say. You can't just be saying allegedly. You know, you got to come with a source, you know?
Yeah, now I think we're at a beautiful point where, people are not just learning, but they're also helping each other. They're
yes,
helping
sir,
each other. And you've got a very unique channel. Again, you do fishing, and it's very family-oriented. How often do you post content?
I try to post content out weekly, every weekend most of the time. I try not to interfere with the NFL. I know people ain't really going to be watching on YouTube, football time come around, But at the end of the day, I try to post stuff weekly. At the end of the day, I work 50, 60 hours a week, and it's just hard to do. Right. But I do everything that I can to get posted content up weekly, because of the name of the game. If you on this YouTube thing, is consistency. Just being consistent and keep your passion up to the highest level, and really go hard with it. If you believe in yourself, go hard with it.
Yeah.
And I like I said, I appreciate everybody here on the Troll Nation, everybody, all the Troll Babies out there. Thank you guys so much, man. Yeah. I be wanting to say songs when I call up. I ain't trying to get hung up. I got hung up on the last 3 calls, so I ain't trying to even play no game.
Well, no, listen. I hung up on you, but I didn't bang on you. Again, it's like
No. Respect was given. I shouldn't even have been calling in. I was slizzard. Like, I shouldn't even have been calling in. Like, any of them times, I shouldn't even have been calling. So I mean, it's all respect. And I hear what you're saying about not going back and forth with people. Yeah. When I initially came into the channel, I was, obviously obviously going back and forth with, some well-known names in the channel or whatever, but it's not even about that no more. It's all love. It's all respect. Everybody.
Well, you can do that in the live chat. Do what you got to do, but just don't use the microphone. But listen, man, I got to take more calls.
If somebody come for me, I'm sending bodies. That's at the end of the day. But I'm just trying not to go back and forth. Trying to go back and forth. It's not worth my time. I'm too busy loading up stuff, trying to build this brand. You know what I'm saying? We trolling on the RVA, and I got that package coming for you. So
okay, thank you, man.
Be looking for that.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Trolling the RVA and the check-in. Let me make sure I didn't forget anything. I'm not shutting the show down. I'm not doing that. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Janet, sit tight. I'll be right there. Sit tight, Janet. My notes. Guys, if you're just now joining me, earlier this afternoon, Mr. Dennis Byron went live from outside of the courthouse here in the Atlanta area and announced, he was the first one that I know of, that the total ruling and judgment that came down was $3.8 million against Tasha K and KB Studios, LLC, okay? Cardi B did speak outside the courthouse, dressed very conservative, as Dana said earlier. I don't want to just make this a colorism thing because, again, it's like you cannot expect to get in that courtroom if you take it to trial. You cannot expect a jury to always see, your side of things. The presentation is key. It's key, and there were a lot of reports, especially coming from Mr. Dennis Byron and others. And what was the attorney's name? She also did a great job. I want to make sure I give her credit. Can someone email me the attorney's name who was with Dennis Byron outside of the courtroom? She gave a great breakdown, pardon me. She spoke about malice. She herself is a lawyer. She didn't dump on Tasha K's legal team, and she wasn't trying to act like they were so wrong. I thought that she was very fair. Anybody know her name before I bring Janet in? Okay, talking crazy. That's what I want to say. Janet, good afternoon. Are you there? Janet.
Hey, Star, how are you?
Hey, good to hear from you. You and I exchanged a few emails this morning.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I'm calling about the Tasha and Cardi case.
Please, let's go. You have the floor.
Well, first of all, with the videos of Cardi still being up, I think Tasha should keep them up.
Okay.
Because if she pull them down, that's your sign of guilt. Awareness of that something is wrong. So she has to keep them up. It's not just for money. I believe it's also for a non-amendment. I believe that they should go to appeal, but that's just my opinion because if you look at it, you have degrees of truth. You understand what I'm saying? And on a gossip channel, and if you're in court and you have all these periodicals and websites and pictures of people saying the same thing, what is my degree of truth that this is real? I mean, like if somebody has a particular element and they call me and they say, well, that's not true, but how am I supposed to measure if that's true or not when I got over like 1,000 websites telling me that it is? So I think it should have been on degrees of truth. And I also believe that the expectation of privacy that should have been afforded to Cardi should have met a higher level. So I don't understand how that, came into play because she is a public figure and are you okay?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
You sure?
I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. You're in Jersey. It doesn't matter if I die. Continue. Continue. You can't help me if I croak. You're saying some good stuff. Continue.
Right. So I'm just saying, like the reasonable expectation of privacy that that is afforded to a public figure and a private figure is different.
Absolutely.
So I
now,
don't.
hang on. I want to jump in there. And you have what's your degree in? I forget.
Information technology.
Okay. Yeah. Listen. You're saying some good stuff, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, but when you take it to trial, there's a lot of other factors that can come into play. You came on to the case a little bit late. Yes, you weren't there over the last year or so. So there's a lot of stuff that you missed. Do you think that you have a good scope of what's going on and what ultimately happened?
Yes, I think I have somewhat a grab of what's going on.
Okay.
And I think more things are going to come out of this than that people are expecting. Like, let's say the social media influence on a trial. I've been noticing like keywords and when people are talking, and I'm not mentioning any names, but and the interaction of the people on trial, or their employees, or the people that are contracted to them, and like the new media or the news outlet such as YouTube or Instagram, those are influencers. The reason why it's called influence is because you influence.
Absolutely.
So, now I'm talking to my congressman, because the way people influence, especially if you're held to a higher professional standard,
yes,
it can influence things that that wasn't not supposed to be done. Like if you know what I don't know if I'm saying, I want to say something, but I don't want to take anybody off. But I'm saying is, if you set the tone, this is another thing. If you set a tone for something, and you're degreed in or a higher explanation of I'm sorry, I got my braces.
Take your time. You're doing good. Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. So you have a higher expectation of knowledge, as you would say. So if I'm listening to you and you're telling me this, even though your opinion or your commentary may be, for lack of a better term, biased, then I'm going to believe that, not knowing that this has happened before.
Right.
And like you say about the guy, Brian, what's his name? Dennis Bryan. Who's Mr.
Dennis Bryan. And hold on a second, Janet. I want to make sure that I give proper credit to Brittany R. Dobbins, a legal analyst and a lawyer. She was also at the courthouse along with Dennis Byron. Brittany R. Dobbins, legal analyst, employment attorney. Wow, okay.
Yeah, I seen some of her commentary when he was asking her questions, and I like her because she was fair across the board. And
she's hot. I want to smash. Go ahead.
Different in presentation. Excuse me?
No, okay. This guy must.
I'm saying it was a different in their vocabulary, their vernacular, their mannerism when reporting the story. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get off the phone because I'm having a hard time talking.
You're doing good. Take it easy. Now hold on a second. Stay with me. I like where you're going. I like what you're saying. Okay.
All right. So what?
I like what you're saying.
So what I'm saying, like.
Well, hang on. If I can just chime in and ask you, just want to ask you. All of what you said, taking into consideration, it's still a gamble if you ask me. Having been through depositions, having been through discovery, I've never had a judgment against me. There are people who lied on me and said, "Oh, he got sued for millions." No, never happened. You have to know, or you have to sometimes have someone that says, "Hey, let's get out of this. Let's not continue spending money. Let's not make," and I'm not saying this is what Tasha K did. I'm saying sometimes you have to have someone that says, "Hey, this is too much of a gamble." Again, everything you said makes sense, but at some point you have to say, is it ultimately worth it? Go ahead.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
If you're going to continue with the freedom of the press, yes, it was.
Okay.
We have already had things such as social sites, Twitter, even in the last presidential election, people were censoring folks. Right. So it is important. The freedom of thought is important, and it's important to get it out there. However, if you are claiming some type of degree of professionalism in this, you understand what I'm saying? Then, like, you have to give disclosures. Like, if Mr. Dennis Bryan, where was the disclosures that he was actually on exhibit list in the trial, that he was part of the trial? Right. If you are part of a trial, you have no business reporting on it. You understand what I'm saying? If you were once employed by any member of that trial, then you have no business, because it's an innate biasm that is embedded within that. You have no business reporting.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I'm saying. I'm saying is I think Tasha should take it to appeals. Okay. And I think she will win on appeal. Okay. And then, considering everything that went into it, the influence, and let's not forget the colorism, because it was there. Right. It was there. You can see it on pictures that people will put up. They will make and what it's called nonverbal clues. It's what they call it. They call it nonverbal clues, where they'll put the darker woman as the masculine one in a picture. So a lot of people don't, they see it, but it's such an underbelly that they're having that's being fed to them that they don't even realize that, they ain't saying anything yet, but they gave you nonverbal clues.
Yeah. Now, hang on, Janet, before you go, I want to ask you just one question. Again, everything you said, makes sense to me, but Georgia's different. Georgia's different. I spoke to a couple of people this morning. They were telling me about this case and that case, and I said, well, that's not in Georgia. You told me about something in New York, something in L.A., somebody else was talking about something in Las Vegas. Georgia's a different place. Do you think it could be as simple as Tasha K had the wrong lawyer?
No, I think that was a federal courtroom. I think that threshold for that judge to handle that case should have been higher. Maybe he did the best that he could, but just on the reporting alone, the drips and drops that came out, they was like, well, the judge said this and the judge said that. What are you doing? Okay. What are you're being influenced?
I'm going to cut you short because now you're talking about the judge, and I'm not going to back you up on that. But thank you, Janet. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Good to talk to you. All right. We'll start talking reckless about the judge. I may have to face that judge one day. Hey, aren't you the guy that was talking reckless about me over the Cardi B and Tasha K case? Des, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Malcolm, I got your donation. Oh, he's talking crazy. Talking about people enabling Tasha K. Well, sir, she's a big girl, She's a big girl, and I'm sure she'll take her lickings like a boss. Leo, got your donation. Tasha sipping on Devil Springs and lemon heads. Okay. Jay, how do I say your name? Wanza? The biggest Pappy, got your donation, sir. This Mr. Controversy, okay. Mr. Controversy, thank you for your support, sir. Hold on a second. Yes, I got her name. Brittany Dobbins was the attorney speaking with Dennis Byron. Yeah, I just bookmarked her IG page. She got some nice-ass legs. Hey, now. Blade, trial is always risky. That's why Star's snitch ass started cooperating after some of us Brooklyn niggas sent the feds on him back in the days. We hoped that he'd get football numbers, but the nigga made a deal and turned the tables. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, I own that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? Are you on the line? Where is Vanessa Smiles? Hey, Miss Smiles, thank you for your support. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good to hear from you. So you kicked up some dust last time you called. Your videos are primarily on what? On Pornhub?
No, primarily X videos. That's where I have like the largest amount of views. Okay. And usually, what happens with the views, they throw me a little kickback when they feel like it.
Okay. Well, thank you for your donation. Where do you want to chime in? Tasha's my girl, and her husband and I are very, very cool. But we have to smoke on that Kiwi pack today, respectfully. We have to.
But I'm a true wino. Like, I've been watching Tasha K for years. I love Tasha K.
Love her.
And I do, even despite this situation, I do think that she's done a lot of work for her channel. She's done a lot of work for all of her content.
Yes.
And I just, even though that she has been defeated in this lawsuit, I just want to still pose the question, like, where does this leave people in media when it comes to freedom of speech? Now, I personally believe that maybe, like, this really went sour for her because of that whole allegation about, someone's STD results and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I feel like maybe her being so harsh that way, probably the judge was just like, nah, people do say a lot, but that's a little bit too much. But I want to see, like, what happens with artists now, because Cardi B has gotten away with this. I just feel like, who's to say what's the next artist that's going to come up? And as soon as a news article can come up, a news article can be fact. But if we repeat it, are we still wrong? Like, that's just what I'm trying to figure out here. Like, and shout out to Janet. I really enjoyed Janet on the phone just now. But in general, like,
I like
for me,
Janet.
I'm changing. Yes, but I'm changing what I'm doing now, because I've been doing a lot more coverage of stories and stuff like that, and I'm going into media in different ways. And now I'm like low key scared on my tippy toes. Like, I don't even know if I should just talk about myself at this point.
Can I chime in and say this? From an older man's perspective, I'm old. I shot dice with Farrakhan back in the days. Do you think?
Oh wow!
No, I'm joking. Do you think that this is a necessary, teachable moment for content creators at the expense of Tasha K?
You know what's so crazy? I feel like it could be if it wasn't Cardi B. I know, and that sounds biased, and that sounds like not right, that I don't have sympathy for her, but I do. I feel like a pregnant woman shouldn't have to go and deal with stuff online. But when it comes to a character of someone, like Cardi B has made allegations about other people, allegedly, out there in the world. There's people who say a lot of things online.
She called some people's kids monkeys or something like that. I mean, I have no proof.
Yeah, the roaches.
No. Roaches. She
allegedly stated that Nicki Minaj was talking badly about her daughter when, allegedly she was saying that years ago. She tried to allegedly cite Nicki Minaj years ago, and Nicki Minaj didn't sue her. So it's like, I don't know, her crying in court and stuff like that, it got her to get the win, but I don't know. It has to be somebody else for me. Like, let's say if Chloe, Beyonce's new artist, if she came out with a defamation lawsuit, I'd be like, all right.
Who?
This girl ain't saying nothing to nobody.
Who is that? Chloe who?
Cardi B. She got too much mouth.
Who's Chloe?
Chloe. She's one of them. She's signed to Beyonce's label. She has that Have Mercy song.
Oh, I don't know.
She was in this group, Chloe and Haley, but she presents herself in a certain way. But what I'm saying is this: Cardi B, her stance is off because of the character that she's already portrayed. Sometimes if you go about it, you're portraying this persona. Cardi B know what it is. Cardi B has fought several girls in the hood who has probably said way worse about her than what Tasha K has said. She knows what time it is. So I feel like she's just using this because she personally don't like Tasha K for whatever reason or whatever affiliations Tasha K may have.
Now, hold on a second. I'm going to be objective here, even though Tasha K is my people's. Where are you from, Vanessa? I forget. Where you from?
Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. Okay. Tasha is originally from Florida, now residing in the Georgia area. Should we just be saying respect the jokes, as Shah said earlier? A Bronx bitch caught a Southern girl lacking, and that's just what it is. Hold this L, South. New York, we up. Fuck out of here.
I'm not saying that she don't got to take the L, because it is what it is. She has no choice but to take this L. But my problem when it comes to...
Why can't you give Cardi B props? I'm objective. It's a New York W. I called shellacking. Hold this L. Pow! Pay me.
No, but I feel like it's gonna be hard, because this is my thing. What I have a question for just Cardi B, just in general. Like, is she gonna keep going after each person who says something? Like, is it like?
I have no idea, but don't start talking reckless about Cardi B, or else it's time for you to go. But thank you for your donation.
No problem.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll start talking. Cardi B is up right now. Yeah, yo, I paid for 17 funerals. I'm going to run for state senate in a couple of months. Oh, Jesus. Anybody from New York in the live chat? Did New York catch somebody slipping? I'm going to beat you to it. Hold on a second. I'm looking for another sponsor. Credit Whiz. Hold on. Here's another sponsor of mine. Business over bullshit, folks. Dub on the screen. creditwizpro.com. I say again. creditwizpro.com. Oh, man, I think I left somebody hanging on the line. God damn it. Crime Skills. My bad, man. Shit, I wanted to talk to Crime Skills. Oh, man. Yeah, pardon me, man. 954. I guess I had him on hold too long. He's not in the queue anymore. Shit. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Tara, I got your donation. Thank you. Thank you again, Janet. I let Janet talk, didn't I, guys? Janet can talk, boy. Crime Skills, is that you, sir? 954. Crime Skills.
Yes, sir. That's me.
Good to hear from you. Thank you for your support. Where do you want to start, sir?
You can hear me, right?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
You know, it's crazy, bro. When I woke up this morning and I saw the news, I'm like, yo, I gotta call Star so I could laugh. Yo, let me tell you something. People could say whatever they want to say, but you can't get online and talking greasy on people, and then you want to get your kids involved. It gets personal on that note, man. And I'm saying you can't be putting up propaganda news and people's child you don't know nothing about, and then people want to get online and blame everything on this black and white and color. Yo, it's bullshit, Star. Okay. It has nothing to do with color. It is what it is. Her money's not strong enough to fight it, and she's wrong. Point, period, blank. Okay. She's wrong for that, for what she did. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Come on, man. It has nothing to do with, yellow-boned woman, dark-skinned woman, or her attorney. It's garbage. It's nonsense. I remember for weeks she had this lady's name in her mouth when you know it's a lie. Come on, Bridget. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You can't do that. You just can't. Certain things you got to pay for. You know what I'm saying? And certain people, you would have been a different outcome. They wouldn't even want that $3.8 million if you call speakers and certain people kids. And all of these stuff. Come on, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, Crime Skills. Objectively speaking, did a Bronx bitch get down for her crown? Here's the medical records. I'm here with my red bottoms. Let's go.
Wrong. Yo, I laughed. When I woke up this morning, I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, damn. This is not even an L. It's a upper class L, uppercase, uppercase L. Come on. On top of that, she came with evidence. She came to court, got to understand. All she got to do is, come on, I almost commit suicide. I was suicidal. Who in their right mind was thinking that she was going to win that case? Huh? Nobody in their right mind would be thinking that. You know what I'm saying?
The views and opinion of Crime Skills are not those of Troy Terrain, PKA Star, YouTube, and or my affiliates. Go ahead, sir, you were saying?
Well, it is what it is, man. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I was surprised when I looked at the phone. I left the truck and I came back inside and I looked at the phone. I'm like, yo, Star is on?
Yeah, man.
Yo, I couldn't believe. I started laughing. I'm like, yo, you opened this early.
No.
I mean,
good to talk to you, Crime Skills.
Give her some of that money. You could help her out.
What's that?
I said, she your girl, though. You could help her.
Let's get him out of here. Once you start talking about my money, I ain't got nothing. I ain't showing you nothing online. You see, that's the trap. Once you start showing people, oh, he got money, let me sue him. He got it. That nigga stay stunting. Oh, he got cars, mint condition, muscle cars. Oh, yeah, we're going to sue him for that. Lovely T, pardon me. Quasi says, I know Lovely T is somewhere rubbing her hands like Birdman right now. Shit. Todd, I got your donation. Yeah. Thank you, Todd. Dominique. Hey, Dominique. Is that my alleged daughter? Hey, Dominique. Good to hear from you. Is that my alleged daughter on the check-in? SleepyMuch.com. Wait a second. It looks like her. I don't have my contacts in. Folks, I have kids, so they tell me. So they tell me. I mean, biological kids. And when I die, okay, I can't get her banner on just yet. Hang on, let me put her banner, or get her banner ready for the end of the show. Good to see you, Dominique. Let me try and find it in a second. Area code 605. Good afternoon. 605, are you there?
Hello, Star. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Who's this?
This is Miss Ruth.
Hey, good to hear from you.
I'm calling because a few of your callers touched on it.
Okay.
But I'm really curious about what the powers that be and YouTube are thinking about this whole Tasha K case. Are they going to consider different policies? Are they going to require extra disclaimers? Are they going to change the monetizing? Should the platform be held liable as well for allowing content creators that are putting out falsehoods? You know what I mean? I would love to be a fly on the wall in those offices right now because you know they're paying attention. You know they're looking at this case and how it could possibly reflect on them.
If I had to guess, I don't think Cardi B is going to make a demand, or I don't think she's going to make a demand to YouTube to the point where it affects her videos and her income aside from this case. She may, or her legal team may request via the judge to take action. That is a possibility. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't like to speculate. I don't do hypotheticals. There could be an injunction. I mean, this is Georgia. It's different down here. They play very, very different with regards to domestic violence, gun laws. It's different, so I don't know. But you're
I was just thinking because...
Hang on a second. You're originally from New York. You're now in South Dakota. Did you say, or do you want to say what your former profession is? You don't have to. I'm just asking.
I'm a retired NYPD.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue.
And so I was just curious about that because, they also have pulled down videos that were giving false COVID information or false, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So even though they may not take action now, I'm thinking that they do have their eye on it.
Okay.
Because this case has blown open a lot of doors for celebrities, for content creators, and also for the platform. You know what I mean? So I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the following weeks. Mm-hmm. But great show. You're looking great, like always, Star.
Oh, thank you. Now, hang on a second, because, that is a concern of many content creators. Again, I hit my microphone. I don't know. They may just view this as, nigga shit. It's just nigga shit. We ain't taking down no channels. This girl here, Tasha K, makes a lot of money for us. And, she got a judgment. We're going to take the videos down. And it's just back to business. It's not like these are high. Yeah. It's not like these are high-end white chicks. It's hip-hop shit.
Right. Tasha K is very entertaining. I've enjoyed watching her.
Love her.
I think she does a really great job with what she does. But the issue is the falsehoods. That's the thing. And what those falsehoods can do to someone's reputation, to someone's livelihood. You know what I mean? I know if somebody was coming after you, start talking all kinds of lies, you ain't going to stand for it.
Not necessarily.
No?
I mean, again, I don't do hypotheticals. I can't say what I would or wouldn't do at any given point in time, but I try my best to avoid drama. I make it known that I am here to play the game. This is big business. I make no mistake about telling people that. And have I gotten soft on the microphone? No, I'm the same person that I've always been. I just play by a different set of rules. Different set of rules. Go ahead.
You back up everything that you say. You always have receipts. You got paperwork. Yeah. You make it your business to make sure.
I'm a fucking snitch, yeah.
That you.
I'm a snitch.
And I just think that should be required of all content. Just don't lie. Just don't lie. But that's all I had to say.
Good to talk to you. And hang on a second. I'm going to keep your number here because you called in last week and you were on the line. I didn't see you holding some. Hang on. Let me take a screenshot. Okay. Okay. I got you, officer. Let's talk soon.
All right, Star.
Let's talk soon.
You take care.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Miss Ruth on the check and retired NYPD. Folks, I'm promoting myself as well. There's my PayPal on the screen. Hit the like button. What do you call that? The share. Support the machine, goddamn. If you appreciate the content. Troll babies, I'm going to light up another cigar. I want to, again, assist if I can. This is the biggest story, but my objective today is to be more so helpful. If anybody catches wind, or if you catch wind before I do, of Tasha K and Kibi Studios filing an appeal, please make sure that you email me right away. I want to point out again to some of you who may have joined the show late. All right, there's something that I've spoken about for years. Reckless disregard of the truth. Reckless disregard of the truth. You can get hung on that. And again, allegedly doesn't save you. If you put it out there yourself, a lie, you know it's a lie or an untruth, and you allow other people to call into your platform and say it, you can be found liable. Blade, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Blade says, damn, 3.8 million for a public figure. Cardi B got more than 40 Glock received after he sued Game for that ass kicking that Game gave him. We're talking two totally different things here. We're talking different states, number one. You're talking admitted gang members, number two. Maybe 40 Glock wasn't that convincing on the stand. He took the stand, if I'm not mistaken. Troll babies, didn't 40 Glock take the stand? Well, once you take the stand, you're a different type of nigga. You can't come out talking that gang shit anymore. Yeah, on Crip, on Pyru. No, you took the stand, nigga. Africa got your donation. Star, I want to send Tasha K $1. What's her PayPal? You go to Unwind with Tasha K on YouTube. The check-in report. Hang on a second. This story is more so about the black woman's pride. Cardi B gave her a way out. Cardi B gave her a way out, reached out to bury the hatchet, and asked to settle. Her pride did her in. Okay, I have heard that. Maybe the eating was too good, you know? Maybe the eating was too good, objectively speaking. Shit, I made 30 racks off that bitch this month. I don't know. I might have to go harder in the paint. The next month you see 40K. The next month 50. Damn! Thank you for your donation. Check-in report. Dre at Graves shift. Eternals was a snoozer. Salute to the bottom bitch, Cardi B. Ooh, someone trolling, pretending to be Cardi B. I'm lit right now. But you better tread lightly. Don't think I forgot that one episode where you called me a funky monkey. Pay attention. Thank you for your donation. Let's go to area code 312. Good afternoon. Cardi B, 3.8 million. Oh, you have to speed. 312.
Hey, what's up, Star?
Yes.
This is Al with Credit Wiz.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, good to hear from you, man.
Hey, good to be heard, man. Good to be heard. First, I wanted to let anybody know, shout out to the Troll Babies and the Troll Nation.
Okay.
But if there's anybody here with Tasha K and the Winos, they need to let her know once the judgment goes through and it's on their personal record, give us a call. We can get that taken care of for her.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me put your information back on the screen because I've been promoting you earlier. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Oh, yeah. I was moving around getting the kids from school.
Okay, there you go. www.creditwizpro.com. Now, I haven't spoke about the integral, what could quite possibly happen if, the money is not there, bankruptcy. I haven't even gone into that realm. I think that's a little too personal for me to say about people that I do like and respect. But you're saying, and you do, this is a national thing for you, yes?
Correct.
Okay. You're saying if a judgment comes down and what? If the judgment goes to bankruptcy or what? Personal, public record? What are you saying?
If the judgment goes to a personal credit report, we can get that taken care of. But I'm sure I'm almost confident she has it set up as an entity. But if she doesn't, and it goes to her personal credit, give us a call.
Okay. Anything else you want to mention by way of your company, what you guys do, your services, and how you help people get back on the right track?
Yeah, absolutely. We're not a run-of-the-mill credit repair company. We do all the services that a credit repair company does, but we're transparent in our pricing. We either have a subscription or a flat fee, and we're going to take care of all the things regarding your credit. Anything negative, we're going to go after it with your okay. And I do want to give the people a heads up about a few things. During tax time is one of the busiest times for tax companies and credit repair companies.
Right.
I want anyone listening to be aware that anyone offering you a flat fee for a credit sweep is not going to be in your best interest, because all they're going to do is tag negative items on your credit report, charge you $100. It's going to leave for 60 days while the credit bureau is investigated, and then it's going to be back on there in 61 days. So you're just wasting money. That money will be better spent with Credit Wiz during our current promotion, which actually ends on January 31st.
Okay.
It's going to be $100 to start up and $100 per month. That's a savings of $150 to begin your subscription service.
Nice.
And once again, that promotion is over on January 31st. And I do have another one that's going to be available. Well, this is one that's available only for today. The next 10 customers to reserve a flat fee will get a flash sale discount. So they'll save 40%. That's a $1,000 service where you only pay one time, and we write for all the negative items on your credit report. I don't care if it takes us 2 years. You never pay us another penny, and you can get that service.
Now hang on a second, because you've called in before, and I appreciate you being a sponsor. But now you also do consultations with regards to telling people how to set things up, automated payments versus manual payments, and some of the pitfalls of that. Yes? No?
Absolutely. We perform market research. We'll help establish your entity, get you registered with the state, have everything coordinated correctly for you, and we'll get to the automation, your market research, so that you can spend your money more efficiently as a business owner.
Yeah. Hey, man, good to hear from you. I thank you for your time. Sorry, go ahead.
But I wanted to get this one finished. The next 10 people get the flat fee for 40% off.
Okay.
That's $600, a one-time payment, and we'll get all the negative items off your credit report.
Nice. Good to talk to you, man. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you for having me, Star.
Yes, sir.
All right, you as well.
Okay. All right. Sponsor of mine. I think he's got a wrench. I give my sponsors wrenches in the live chat so they can promote. Hold on a second. Okay, I have my alleged daughter's banner that's going to go up right after the show. www.sleepymuch.com. Catch her on YouTube. Dom on your dime. That's DOMONURDIME. Or catch her on Instagram. SleepyMuch_official. Bath bombs, body scrubs, soy wax candles, whipped body butter, natural soap bars, lip balm, and bath spa sets, okay? Okay, hold on, guys. The biggest poppy. It's not colorism if you are lying on someone. Fuck y'all niggas talking about. Okay. I just asked a question earlier. Do you think that may have played a part ultimately in the judgment, you know? You got to know before you get into that courtroom what you're walking into. Is the gamble worth it? Okay, I spoke to Credit Wiz. The Mr. Controversy. Thank you again, sir. Thank you again. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to go through some of these cash apps so that I don't get too backed up. War Prime Minister Tasha sipping on Devil Springs and lemon hits. Okay, I read that one. Did you send that twice? Malcolm. Okay, talking crazy. Okay, something that I ordered via eBay has been shipped. Oh, and they shipped the Motor Booty Affair picture disc by Parliament already. Boy, I'm waiting on that. I'm going to frame that motherfucker. For real, for real. Blade, I got your donation. Didn't Cardi B get sued for talking hella reckless on Twitter about Candace Owens' husband a few years ago? I forget. Did she? I don't know what happened. Can you send me a link if that did happen, Blade? I forget. Did she settle? She may have settled. Okay, I was out of pocket. Here's $300K. Leave me alone. A lot of times it's you know, if you settle or try to settle, even if you don't settle, but if you try to settle, the judge or the arbitration process or the magistrate judge, they look at that as a good sign, you know, as trying to work out your differences. Morehouse Entertainment got your donation. It would be a West Indian denying colorism. Fuck is your man talking about crime skills? Oh, Morehouse Entertainment with the uppercut. Okay. Springing area code. Are you calling from overseas? Overseas? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on a speakerphone there. Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, my phone.
Give me a second.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, man. I just wanted to say, shouts out to Cardi, man. She winning already in 2022, man. She done gave money to the Bronx Fire. She done got this 3.8 mil. I mean,
sir, you sound like you're on a bad headset. Can you come a little closer? You're on a bad headset.
Oh, I'm not on the headset no more.
Okay. You're on a track phone. Come on, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in Mexico. Service sucks, man.
Okay.
But yeah, man. Shout out to her, man, because she went in 2022, man. I could see this is probably gonna be her year, man. You know, she started off good, giving out to the needy. You know what I mean? To the poor, to the families who lost their kids, and now she just got that back. She basically got that back with through Tasha K.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a win-win for her. You know.
Now, we don't know if Tasha K has 3.8 million. I don't know. I don't want to be disrespectful, but, you know, there's also something to consider here. Cardi B could say, hey, I don't want the money. I just want that channel down.
Yeah.
For fucking with me.
Yeah.
I did this for the people.
Okay.
You know? Hey, now, are you from Mexico? Did we speak before?
Channel down.
What are you doing in Mexico?
Oh, I'm a doctor over here in Mexico.
Did we speak before?
I just be tuning in whenever I got the chance.
You from San Diego? Is that you?
Huh?
Are you from San Diego? I spoke to somebody from San Diego who goes to Mexico, like, back and forth. Is that you?
Nah, I'm from Florida. I moved here a few years ago for school, and this is my last year right here.
Okay.
I'm doing my internship.
Salute.
And it's my day off, so I'm like, let me call in on Star, man.
Thanks. What type of doctor are you, sir? What type of doctor?
Right now, just general. I'm gonna go for my specialty. I'm gonna do surgery. General surgeon. I'm gonna go for.
Good for you, man. Thank you for checking in. Wish you the best.
Yeah, man. I had to get away from the hood niggas, man.
Yeah. Hood niggas will kill you, sir. They'll kill you.
Yes, they will.
Have a good one. Salute.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of hood niggas, who sent me that video? Hold on a second. Oh, my goodness. Was it yesterday morning? I think it was yesterday morning. Hold on a second. Somebody sent me a guy who was killed, it looks like, on his front lawn. I'm not going to post the video, but anybody know what I'm talking about? 3 guys came to a guy's porch, dragged him out into the front lawn. They were asking him about something, asking him for something, and then one of the guys shot him in the leg. Pow! He falls down. He said, come on, man. Come on, man. Nah, man. Come on, man. And this went on for about 4 minutes or maybe less. And the guy kept saying, call her, call her, call her. The woman, whose face we didn't see, she sticks her arm out the front door with the big-ass Ziploc bag. It appeared to have drugs or money in the bag. She throws the bag onto the front lawn. And then they shot him about 6 times and ran off. She started crying. Well, we heard her crying. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Was it drug money? Did he take a package and then tell a lie? Oh, my God. Did the bitch conspire with him? You that nigga, don't listen to them. I would love to know. Yeah, oh yeah, they killed him. Yeah, they killed him. And the video is crystal fucking clear. Crystal clear. Anybody know where that video is from? One guy said, call her, call her. Oh, I'm sorry. Broad daylight. Shot him on the front lawn. Over that back. Good afternoon. You're my last caller. Area code 404. You there? 404.
Damn good looking. What took you so long to answer the phone, nigga? Don't do that no more.
Is this Boy Juice? You sound like Boy Juice.
Yeah, that is me. How you know that? How you know, nigga? You know me.
Where you been, man? What's going on with you?
Hey, man, I can't even speak on all that, man. I just had to, I was finna fuck with you. My bad for cussing. I was finna just mess with you, man, but you ain't got enough time today, man. I'm just on some BS. You know me.
Good to hear from you, man. Salute. Anything you want to say about Cardi B and Tasha K? You up to speed or no?
Definitely colorism, man, but that's a whole nother show right there. You know, you can't come in the courtroom with a boy haircut versus the Latin goddess and think you're going to get some money.
Shit. Okay. Good to talk to you, man.
I mean, you know.
You've said enough.
Peace out.
Peace. Okay. Boy Juice on the check. Remember him? Folks, if you joined the show late, I started out earlier by talking about some things by way of experience. Not that I have all the answers, but I do phone consultations with content creators and sometimes business outside of social media. Not that I have all the answers, but I try to help, you know, if I can. Here's my email address if you want to schedule a consultation, okay? Again, salute to Mr. Dennis Byron for his great reporting on this story. And the very intelligent attorney who just happens to be very pretty as well, Brittany R. Dobbins. Is she in Atlanta, Troll Babies? Is she single? She's on Instagram, bdobbins.esq. That stands for Esquire. Let me just go over a few things that I spoke about earlier in case you missed. Oh, damn it. Did I throw my notes away already? I think I did. Anyway, I spoke about some things with regards to reckless endangerment of the truth or reckless disregard of the truth. And again, saying allegedly is not going to save you. Not that that has anything to do with what Tasha K said. I'm looking for those notes. Give me a second because there were some pretty good notes. Can't believe I threw them away. Give me a second. I want to find these notes. I want to go back over them. Here you go. All right. I spoke about hearsay evidence earlier. And I also spoke about what efforts did you take as a content creator, if any, to resolve and or correct an issue that you are accused of. Don't let your ego get in the way with regards to leaving a video up or trying to nail something home. If you made the impact of what it is that you were trying to say or prove, or maybe not prove, maybe just put out there, at some point, take the video down. I take down videos all the time. Always have been, you know? Sometimes a video just doesn't age well. If you're a content creator, you know what I'm talking about. Don't let yourself be brought into a situation where you can become liable, all right? I also spoke about getting a witness statement. Now, this is something that could be a real problem for some of you with regards to allowing something to be said on your platform, and then you can't find the person, or the person doesn't want to help you out of a situation. You get accused of something. You get hit with some type of suit, defamation, civil, slander, reckless disregard of the truth. You then think you're going to go to that deposition and you're going to say, well, I don't know where the person lives. You know, they know such and such. It's not going to save you. It's not going to save you. And if you're found to be liable by way of malice, that's where the real damage can be done to you. Malice. So don't do things by way of malice, all right? That's it for today. I thank you for your time. I'll see you tomorrow, I'm sure. And here's my alleged daughter's business. She's really nice. Go check her out. Spend some scroller. Her name is Dominique. Take care.